we're here in an animal body. Like, Aries is the ram, and a lot of my, like, the way my energy works is being a single parent, I kind of already have to take charge in situations. Like, I have that tendency to, like, um, patience is really hard. Like, well, that doesn't go with the ram. Patience is, like, definitely one of those that's hard for me. Um, and it's that combative energy where it's like you're butting heads with, I'd have to read about rams. I remember I've seen stuff about them before, but I don't. They do go in packs, but I know there's some species that, like, are solitary. Um, but it's that combative energy where it's like, it's not all the time, but it's like, it's funny how when I show up online, a lot of times I'm dealing with people who are trying to, like, butt heads with me, and it's a test for me of, like, can I stay neutral? Can I stay in control? Can I deal with it without being triggered or having a reaction? And so for me, it's kind of like I'm used to it, and um, like, I think it just comes out in certain moments. I'm trying to think of it with my kid because he's Virgo, which is the, I'd have to go look at the Virgin. Um, and then I'm like, I've had two very significant figures in my life that were Sagittarius, and an evolved Sagittarius knows that they have and which is also my rising sign, so I think that has, like, given me more understanding too. But they have a very um deep and strong dry desire to have freedom and, like, whatever, and go and um not be held back not be tied down by anything. Jupiter is their planet, it's the expansion. So, but if you get they're oh, I was gonna say something about the weapons, because mine is horns. So it's like butting heads with people. That's where we're using my spiritual weapon in a sense. And then for Sagittarius, they're the archer. They have the arrows, and they're always aiming it and shooting the arrows to the next goal or whatever that they want to achieve. But if you get in the way, you get an arrow in the back or wherever it lands. Like, it is very much that way, because I grew up with my mom that, and then my kid's father is a Sagittarius, so it's like we made great friends. Like, friendship, business partner even would have been probably awesome. But anything else beyond that was like, no, because I think our moon sign too comes into play a lot in relationships, and, like, I always want to work through stuff, and Sagittarius is like, okay, I need financial freedom, like, no, you're in the way, get out of the way. And but if they are aware of that part of themselves, they probably learn how to set boundaries and communicate that. Like, I also had another friend we worked out the same place, and I love her. And if she crossed the line, she would say something and apologize. And, like, that's all it takes, or whatever. And she chose to, like, go through healing and stuff like that. So I just think it's interesting to, like, know that you kind of have these sort of like spirit animal aspects, and I can see that with me with the horns. I feel like it's the type of thing, like the ram is also a lamb, and lambs are a very vulnerable animal, and that's the other part of me, is that it's like I have a tendency to be willing to show my well, I think I have that kind of, like, I don't like showing it all the time or speaking on it all the time or whatever, but I don't mind doing that if there's a higher purpose to it. And but at the same time, if people get cross the line with me, I'm gonna bring the horns out, and it almost just like, it's like a defense mechanism. So it's because I think of it like we're in an animal body, because it's like, you have these lower aspects where you have this need for security, we have these primal needs, and when we're put in extreme circumstances, it comes out. And or if you are, you know, head to head with somebody, I wish I could think of something, an example of it, with my kid. My kid has a strong like relational drive because he's Virgo, his sun in his rising. And the Virgo is like the master healer of others, but but then I think self-healing is like is their challenge. I don't know how the version comes into play because I don't know what he'll show his intensity for sure. I mean, he will give you his dark side. Okay, this got kind of squirrely. I know, because one time that I was in the bathroom at the barn, and my instructor at the time had a dog that was like part wolf. Well, they're all from the wolf, but he was like half wolf, and he bit me. And I understood in that moment that it was like I was crossing his territory, even though we were both in the bathroom, and I think he had already been like laying in there, and he didn't bother me while I was using the bathroom. But then it was like when I was done, I got too close to him or something, and he just bit me, and I recognized that he didn't, and then he let go. He didn't try to attack me or anything, but it was like I recognized in that moment that it was like I had crossed his. It was a territorial thing, and that's what I mean too about it. Kind of helps us to have this respect of each other. That it's like we are like there's a natural kind of territorialism and need for self-protection and defending ourselves and stuff like that, but kind of understanding what yours is, it kind of helps you to then be able to convey that to other people. Yeah, like I had this inclination, like I see that now with the relationships I was in, as I was like trying to work things out with people, these Sagittarius people that were like, I don't give a shit about that. Like, if, like, I, like, I'm just here to, like, for expansion and, like, and they have these, like, things that they have to, go after and stuff. And,